It's difficult to bottle feelings into a video game. Even in a bog-standard first-person shooter, it still requires talent, precision, and a deep understanding of play on behalf of the developer to make a headshot feel satisfying. Some feelings are more difficult to conjure than others though. One of those is enchantment. To be stolen away, enraptured entirely by the digital world presented to you, and to feel the desire to search out every nook and cranny of this strange new place. Not only does Evergarden create a seemingly effortless sense of enchantment, it does so with one of the most static and uninspiring genres on the App Store. Evergarden takes ideas from a number of different sources, then weaves plenty of its own into the mix to ensure you're never too familiar with it, and never too sure what's going to come next. Essentially, it's about combining plants in a hexagonal garden. You're playing on a grid, and at the start of the first turn there'll be a few small saplings here and there. You've got two moves that you can make. You can either drag adjacent plants together to join them into one bigger plant, or you can simply pull the head of a plant onto an empty space, which will then grow into another sapling. A button at the top right of the screen ends your turn, which then speeds up time, allowing the seeds to grow. Then you start another turn, match more plants, and plant more seeds. When you start out, that's going to be your main focus, combining different plants together, seeing what different kinds of breeds you can create. But then things start to change. You'll be given shapes that you need to make, patterns of different plants in different alignments. Generate these shapes and you'll not only wind up with more points, but also bonus plants. Crossbreed enough plants together and you'll wind up with a triangular totem, which you can then use to unlock songs, which have an impact on gameplay. Now, we could go deeper into the minutiae of how all this happens, but this is a game that thrives on player discovery. Even within the gridded borders of the puzzles, there's exploration to do, and we don't want to ruin all of that before you play. Because it's in the discovery that Evergarden makes its enchantments. It's in the groves and the songs, in the pillars and the matches, in the story that slowly shifts into a shape that you can understand. There's no hand-holding at all, but the game doesn't need any. As you figure out what you're supposed to be doing and learn new and interesting ways to do these things, you'll feel like a stranger in a world that was built just for you. And that feeling is worth cherishing and chasing.